Hey everyone, welcome back to Ryker Rides, also Spyder Rides. Today we are installing this signature light thanks to Can-Am. And let me show you where it's going to go. It's this little bitty light, but it packs a punch. From what I've seen is it's very, very bright. And it's just going to screw on and run through, and this is going to be the location. So you think, yeah, it's going to be a simple install, right? Just throw it down there, connect it, you're good to go. Nah, it's not going to be that easy, but hopefully it will be not so difficult. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to do is open your hood. Everybody should probably know how to do that by now. And you're going to be taking out this inner liner. So to get to the inner liner, one of the first things you need to do is take off this, which just pops right off. You always feel like you're going to break it, but you don't. Boom, that's off. And then next you're going to take out 4 push pins. Not the ones that are out here, but the ones that are inside. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've taken out the 3, and I'll just take out the last one. I'll put a link to this push pin removal tool. I love it. It's so easy, but not that expensive. So I'm going to throw everything in here to keep all the push pins and everything together. And this pops out super easy. All right, after you take out the trunk, the storage bin in here, now you have access to your battery. You need to remove your battery to have the port accessible to you. So that's the first thing we're going to do. If you've never taken out the battery, it's not that hard. You just need a big Phillips head. Careful you don't drop these in the bike. I've done that before. And then now the battery has a strap on it, so you want to just take that strap off. Well, this seems really easy. And then now it should pull right out. Oh, it's a little heavy. There we go. And make sure you put it in the same way you took it out. Don't swap it around. You put it in just the same way, so it's negative and positive. So, oh Lord, that's heavy. You should be wearing shoes doing this, so you don't, oh, see, one of these fell out. So that way, in case it falls on your foot, you're protected. Don't copy me on that. Okay. Next, let's see if we can find the connection point. Should be very obvious. It's supposed to be right here. Why isn't it right there? All right, so this took a long time, probably much longer, like much longer than it needed to, but I've done all the groundwork for you, as always. Let me show you where the connection point is going to be. But we have to mount it first, and then we'll come back and do the connection. But if you see in here, so we're on the right side of your Spyder, and this little piece hanging down here, that's what you're going to connect it to. So this is going to come off. So I'm trying to do with one hand. Yeah, this comes off. And then when it's time, we're going to be connecting this in there. Now that we know where it is, which took really 20 minutes to find this, maybe more. So now we're going to connect the harness and everything on here, and then we'll come back and we'll do the wiring. So let's see what comes next. Hi. Okay, the next step is we need holes in different things to make sure that the wire that comes through to light up your light that we're putting on, we have access to it to make everything work and be nice and neat. So in the instructions that come with it, it tells you to make this cutout. But I guess the instructions are old, and now they come with the pre-cutout. So this doesn't need to get made. All we're doing now is a 1/2 inch drill bit through here, dead center, and make it nice and neat. So I'm just going to hold it real tight. Your feet aren't in it though, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to go nice. You got one time to do this, so make it good. That's loud. I'm going to put it in reverse and pull it out. Okay. That just made a mess. Let's try again. Why is it? You're going to manually do it, yeah. No, we're good. Perfect. Yay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's pretty perfect. We just needed to be able to have the wires and everything going through there. And it does. So we're good. All right. Now we have this done, and we actually have to match it on, and this part is, I'll show you over here, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this has a little tiny notch where, I don't know why it comes with this, but it's pretty cool that it does. This is exactly, it's really neat that they did this. It's exactly what we're going to be drilling into here. So what is recommended is we're going to take a piece of cardboard. And actually the instructions recommend taking off the hood, but I feel like you can do it if you're careful without taking off. I'm looking for my blue tape. Found my tape. So we're good. I am so unorganized. It's not pleasant. It's tough to be me sometimes. So a good job. You have everything laid out ahead of time before you make the video. That's just not how I roll. Okay. So the reason why you want to use, the question was asked, why don't I just use blue tape, cover up the bike, and we're good. But in case the drill bit slips, you want it to hit this and scratch this, and not your tape, not your paint. So I'm going to protect what I'm working on here. Just throw some tape on there. All right, wish me luck. This one's scarier for some reason. I guess because it's more visible. All right. I'm going to go really slow and make sure I'm hitting it straight on. Ooh. I'm very happy that cardboard was there. That was a great idea. Woo! See, look at it, guys. This is why the cardboard was there. That right there, that would have been my Spyder. So I think that made that little mark. All right, that wasn't as scary. All right. Perfect, perfect. Uh-oh. I'm gonna assume that the dirt and nothing else. Damn, I think maybe I did scratch it. Ah! All right, my suggestion is, yeah, I did scratch it. Darn it! Insert swear words now. My suggestion would be to learn from my mistakes, as always. I would put a little piece of cardboard flat down here, cover it with tape, then put another piece on there. So as much as I thought I did it, I think it went through the cardboard. All right, sorry to me, to my baby. Okay, she'll live, she'll be okay, let's move on. All right, so now that that part is done, we're going to, what's the next step? Let's put it all back together again, wire it all up, and see if this thing lights up. I hope it does, because it's been a lot of work and a little mishaps here and there. All right, now we're at the exciting part of putting this on. So we are going to put this through our little hole that we made, and fits perfectly. So when you're doing it, notice the direction of this. So it's going to come up and then down. So if you do it the other way, I don't think it's going to work, but you definitely want to make sure it's in the right way. And before you put anything on, just look at it, make sure it looks good, and it does. So the beauty of this is it works right with these existing holes. So it mounts on there. It's nice. It has nice tape, nice foam on here, to kind of keep everything real nice. So what we're going to do, all right, so there are different size screws that come with it. There's small ones that are like half the size of the ones that we're going to use, and there's 4 of those, and then 2 of these. We're using the 2 long ones for this part. So the 2 long screws, we're going to put a washer on it, and then we're going to run it through, and then we're going to put another washer on it, and then we're going to put the nut on it. Okay, so let's do it. Actually, yeah, let's do this side first. Then the washer. And be careful not, I'm trying to do this where you can see it and not my fingers, and try not to lose everything while I'm doing it. So that's there. And now we're gonna just hand tighten the nut on there. All right, so these nuts are lock nuts, so they're really hard. You can't really just hand tighten them. You got to make sure they're really tight. And the screw is a T or Torx 16. So what you're going to do is, this works for me because I don't have anything that could fit back here, so I'm just using some needle nose pliers and holding on and tightening it up that way. Then we're going to put on the plates and then get everything all set up. Next, we need to install this bar, which is going to hold, where's the other piece? This. So this is going to be going inside, and it's going to attach like so. Okay, we've got the light on, we've got the wiring through. So if you come down here and you see what I did is we ran the wire through here, and then I connected it to the harness that's on the other side. And I'll show you now. You want to make sure there's enough slack in this because your trunk is going to lay in here. So you can't have it tight like this because then it's not going to fit in here. So make sure there's enough slack or this can lay flat down. And then let me show you what we're doing here. So before we go over to that side, let me tell you what's going on. The instructions from Can-Am on this were just not great. This plate, it just says install it to the right side of your bike. That's all it says. So, which really leaves it up to a big interpretation of what you think where you think it's going to go. I could not find a place that this would work well to attach this to. So I'm just going to MacGyver it. If anyone has any ideas, please comment down below so you can help other people like me. But I could not figure out how to do this, so I'm not using these plates. If you could tell me how to do it, that's great. So what I'm going to do instead, it might have been for an older model and it just didn't transfer over well or something, I don't know. This is a 2022. So let me show you what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to zip tie it, which I zip tie a lot of stuff on my Ryker, and it works really, really well, just using some heavy duty zip ties. But if you remember, we added it to, so we put this in here, we connected it here. So we connected that in, and now we've got this floating around. So where are we going to put it now? So I'm going to zip tie it in here, and then I'm just going to show you where it's going to go, and I'm probably just going to show you after I zip tie it, so it's all nice and neat and you'll be able to take a look at it. And then we'll do I put the battery back in, and before we put the trunk back in, we'll start it up and give it a good test. But let me show you how I'm going to zip tie it. Okay, so come on in here and I'll show you how it got zip tied. So that's where I zip tied it. And I used 2 zip ties up here and then a 3rd zip tie around the connection point. So it is on there, very, very solid. I'm very happy with the install. Not necessarily the way Can-Am would have recommended it, but I think it's gonna work really, really well. So let's do a quick reveal before I make sure it actually works before we put the trunk back in. All right, ready? This is always the exciting part. Hopefully, or it's the really depressing part. All right, ready? Oh yeah! Woo! That was not like the super easiest install. It wasn't the hardest either, but that is really, really bright. I love it. You know me, I like anything, the lighter the better when it comes to your ride. I'm gonna start the whole bike up and see how it looks with all the other lights as well. The fog lights and all that kind of good stuff. It really pops. It's nice. Woo! And I'll come back out at nighttime and get another view of it. But thank you guys for sticking with me through this mess. But it's done and I love it, and to me it was well worth it. Have a great afternoon. Thank you always, Can-Am, and I'll see you on the open road. Ride safe, have fun. Good night, everybody. Bye.